all around us. So let that feeling grab you deep inside and send you reeling where your love can hide. And then go Bueller.
I hope I didn't lose too many of you in the last video. I'm aware sometimes it takes me a long time to explain stuff.
Maybe Slowpoke is pretty slow dancing in the feet, but he's pretty fast upstairs in the cabeza.
But I'm figuring this whole thing out as I'm discovering new things every day, so I don't really have a set dialogue. And originally, I had planned to go in kinda deep in this third video, but I'm really not doing these videos to pick Chuck apart. My original intention was more so
to kill the bug that you have up your ass.
To illustrate some of the cracks in Chuck's representation of Jesus in the story of Peter and the sword and severed ears and attempted decapitations and all these other things that he was talking about. Because he made believe that that's what it meant. I know that it doesn't mean that. And so really, this little mini-series was more so to introduce some external doctrines that people can dig into themselves and potentially, hopefully, learn who the real Jesus was and is.
The true church of Jesus Christ is so much more. Not in buildings made of wood and stone. I love Jesus. I don't need an institution between him and me. You see, just God and man. No priests, no churches. The first words in Jesus' gospel are, the kingdom of God is inside you. And all around you, not in the buildings of wood and stone. Split a piece of wood, and I'm there. Leave the stone, and you'll find me.
Let me take a second here to share with you why it's important that I've done these little mini videos. Number one, if and when I ever hear such a gross misrepresentation of the integrity of Jesus' character, it's always going to be game on for me.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
But above and beyond everything, most importantly, this video, the last few videos, almost every video that I have posted on my YouTube channel, with the exception of maybe one or two, I have geared them all to sharing the truth about what is really happening in the world, what has really happened in the world, and the importance and significance of this moment in time, and to hopefully do my part to assist in gently waking up those who need to be awakened.
Wakey, wakey.
The magnificence of what is happening right now is, whether you realize it or not, you are here for a reason. You are witnessing what's happening in this world for a reason.
There comes a time when all the cosmic tumblers have clicked into place and the universe opens itself up for a few seconds to show you what's possible.
You are hearing this video for a reason. You have sat yourself down to endure the sound of my voice, running the risk of potentially melting your eardrums, so you can hear what it is that I have to say. I read some comments recently. I wanted to let you guys know I'm really not insecure about my voice. I make fun of it a lot because it's kind of an inside family joke. If I have time, I'll actually share the story at the end of this video, but I'm not insecure about it at all. I am who I am.
Said you talk too much. Oh boy, you never shut up.
And if you can imagine all of us being like puzzle pieces, unique puzzle pieces that all fit together. No one of us are exactly alike. However, we were designed to fit together to create one giant solution. And the purpose of our puzzle piece, or our unique purpose, was intended to be used in accordance with the Most High's plan for all of us, not just us as an individual.
Anything you do for yourself now is a waste of spirit.
With that being said, when I hear things like this...
That was when I chose the name Mesus, and for people who say that it's blasphemous or that I'm out of pocket or whatever, crazy, or I'm saying I'm super better than people or whatever, like, I think I'm Jesus. Listen, Galatians 2:20 literally says, for no longer I who live, but Jesus, or Christ, actually it says, for Christ who lives in me. It's straight out of the Bible, and there's so many other scriptures that back this exact same thought process, this exact same theology. We are called to be like little Jesus is in the world. Little Jesus is in the world. Like that's literally what Christianity is. We are to follow the teachings of Christ.
Or this.
I'm out of pocket because I picked a name that I wanted to point back to my Savior. I wanted to point back. So when the world sees me, I want them to see Jesus in me.
I have to chime in because this understanding of Jesus and the nature of this world in its truest form is the antithesis of what he just said. You see, he wants the world to see Jesus in him. Think about that for a moment. You sure it's not the other way around? See, when you truly connect to Jesus, you don't require any validation outside of your own heart. Let's not get it twisted. We are the branches and the leaves and the tree sap. He's the tree stump. Everything that is sprouted in this tree is nourished by the tree stump. The tree stump dies, the rest of the tree dies with it. Correct?
Our survey says...
Adopting this type of a mindset,
I am a god, you dull creature.
where you will accept nothing less than just being the lead or the leader or the teacher or the greatest of greats.
And I will not be bullied.
Right? This world has experienced that mindset before.
I have.
And it's a dangerous path.
Puny God.
I always used to tell my kids this. The wisest teachers always remain students. We all always have something to learn from one another, regardless of your age, regardless of your sex, regardless of your skin color. The wisest teachers always keep their mind open and remain students.
As your body grows bigger,
Your mind must flower,
it's great to learn.
'cause knowledge is power.
And Chuck's not the only one. Many, if not all of us, have been guilty of that type of a mindset at some point in our life. But it's a destructive mindset. And it's one that, if we're honest with ourselves, we can identify in our own life and take action to correct it. Because this world is not what we've been led to believe it is. The common perspective of this world right now is an illusion. And that is why it's so important that we all expand our knowledge beyond just the modern day version of the Holy Bible. Because when you seek
The kingdom of the Most High.
and piece things back together yourself, this is quite literally the roadmap to setting ourselves free. And if you wonder why we haven't been given access to it before, is because the very same quote-unquote people that are hiding those doctrines, those scriptures and texts and all kinds of different, that's a whole video all by itself. The very same quote-unquote people benefit from keeping us trapped here. And that's exactly what it is. When you begin to piece together different perspectives, like perspectives in the Nag Hammadi library or Dead Sea Scrolls or the apocryphal books, all the books that aren't in the canon any longer. Your perspective broadens, your intelligence increases, and then you'll realize this world isn't living. This is more like the valley of the shadow of death.
The Book of Psalms. Psalm 23, a psalm of David. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
I always had the perception, Psalm 23, the valley of the shadow of death was the moments right before you die. What if our whole experience in this world is walking through the valley of the shadow of death? Now, I can't guarantee that that's exactly what it is, but from my perspective, it is. This is not a religious thing, guys. This is a where are we, who are we, why are we here kind of thing. Because when you start understanding all of these extra books and these extra scriptures and texts and scrolls and tablets and all of these things, it will put to rest many of the regular, everyday type mysteries and conspiracies, quote unquote. Newsflash, y'all. There are no conspiracy theories. We are living in one giant conspiracy, and that I stake my life on. And if you don't believe me, research the Council of Nicaea, I think. I'm honestly not sure which way you pronounce it. The Council of Nicaea took place in either 325 AD or 329 AD. I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head. Most of the knowledge that we are entitled to have was removed, and what remained was a descendant of the modern day version of the Bible that we have now. And if you don't believe me, this was under Emperor Constantine I, if I'm not mistaken. Do a little research into the books that were removed from the Bible that are hidden under the Vatican. Hundreds and hundreds of books. And there are other doctrines that are quite enlightening if you know where to look. Furthermore, you don't think we're trapped here? Why don't you dig into the trillions of documents also hidden under the Vatican, with a database of records that account for every incarnation you have had into this world. You heard that correctly. Every time your spirit, your soul, entered into this world, there's a record of it under the Vatican, along with a sample of your placenta, your full legal name, your death date. They have a record of every time you departed and returned into this world. C'est lui qui vit? Look it up, guys. This world is not what you think it is. Well, that kind of blows the whole reincarnation isn't real to Christians belief now, doesn't it? Have we or have we not always been taught we get one life, and all we have to say is, I've been saved by Jesus, and that's it, and that's all. The modern day authorities of the, quote, Christian church know reincarnation is very real. But you see, if they keep you in the dark and ignorant to the realities of this world, you're easier to manipulate. See what I mean? And they are petrified that we all are going to wake up. Really what this all barrels down to is the choice between keeping our minds closed and remaining only within one book, or expanding our knowledge and expanding our mind and really seeking the truth and finding it. Because when you find the truth, you'll know it. You'll know it in your heart. It changes you. And see, those seeking truth, discovering truth, and ultimately knowing the truth, they'll be able to tell the difference between El Padre, the big boss, the chief, the Most High Creator.
I'm the one, creator of the heavens and the earth, Alpha and Omega.
They'll be able to tell the difference between the almighty Alpha and the Omega God and the little g God that's been pretending to be the Creator, Most High God. And one final thing. I thank my sister from another mister in the last video, but there are also a few other people that kept me going these past few years and really listened and allowed me to share things with them and interact with them and bounce ideas off them. And I want to thank them because I love them all very much and I'm very grateful for them. And I'm pretty sure they know who they are.
Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show, and you'll know what I mean. It's the season. Let your love fly high like a bird on the wing, and let your love find you to all living things, and let your love shine.